Hi everyone, Piet and Grade here from Purple House Wellness Center in Forth, Tasmania. How are you tonight?
Hello there.
And tonight we want to focus on 5 easy stress reduction tools that you can implement in your daily life to make you feel calm and connected, less irritated, and to boost your energy.
There are not many stressed people around at the moment.
Yes, there are. At the moment, everyone is feeling insecure and super stressed. Actually, I'm feeling stressed right now because I'm just wondering if Peter, did you connect us up to the Purple House Facebook?
I did, yes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. Sometimes we connect it to the wrong channel. So we're on the Purple House. Peter and I are CEOs of the Purple House. We've been around for 20 years and helped probably well over 20,000 people now in many different ways to feel better, to clear their stresses and pain and so on.
There are a few simple ways that you can relieve your stresses.
That's right, and Peter and I practice them every day, otherwise we wouldn't even be together. Like after, 40 years of being together and lots of kids, lots of grandkids.
Lots of stresses.
Lots of dramas. We've both actually written
I've lost all my hair because
of it. That's right. And I have to dye my hair. Anyway, so stress relief. So we all know, of course, that stress exacerbates any of your weakest links. So whether it's mental illness, so it can push you further into depression or anxiety, or physical illness like
lots of physical illnesses.
Yeah, are completely like 80% stress related.
Compounded also by stress.
Well, I reckon they would probably be like 80%. Yeah. Like, because imagine if you're feeling sick and you've got heart problems and aches and pains, inflammation, bowel problems, irritable bowel, on and on, asthma. If you go to an island, if somebody gave you a ticket to a luxury island where you were said, I just want you to stay in bed or lie on the beach for 5 weeks, all your ailments would go away for sure, right?
Because when we're in stress mode, pumping out adrenaline, it totally dehydrates our system.
Oh, yes.
As well.
That's right.
So we can't function properly just through being dehydrated. So that's just one thing.
Circuit, what do you call it? Breaker. Number 1, drink more water. Drink 2 or 3 times as much as you used to, and start today. So just start by drinking. And warm water is better in the winter. So if you want to be kind to your body and speed up your metabolism, always drink warm water. And we recommend 8 glasses a day is good. Actually, a liter for every 30 kilos that you weigh. So if you weigh, the average person might weigh 80 kilos. So you have to drink
2.7 litres of water.
That's right. Thanks, Pete. I was just about to say that, but your calculator is faster than mine. And then adding in the minerals like salt. So like Himalayan salt. You can just simply even put that on your tongue, a little smidge. That's
quite a few people put their quarter teaspoon full in their litre of water and drink it that way. Other than that, you can just sprinkle it liberally on your food, very liberally, because when we just shake it on our food, it's not very much compared to a quarter teaspoon.
And if you ever go out to eat somewhere, it's always not salty enough for Peter and me, because we just...
Plus, it's usually processed salt they're using. Because
like, you're really looking forward to the meal, and then when you start eating, it can be a slap in your face because it's just not salty enough. And salt also brings out the sweetness in the food. So let's say if you're boiling a pot of soup and you're adding salt to it, it brings out all the flavors. Anyway, we weren't talking about soup.
we were talking about stress relievers.
All right, but soup is great. Chicken soup for the soul. All right. So drink your water, more water than you used to, double or triple it. And then Peter and I, we recommend Reflexology. So that's why I have my feet here. I just cut Peter's feet off to show you for this Facebook Live. Anyway, here are 2 feet, and you can see how the whole body is mapped out on the feet. All your systems, all your organs, your heart, your what?
Just bring it back so they can see the whole thing. Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Your tummy, your digestion, your brain, your eyes, ears, nose, every organ is mapped out on the feet. Your glands, your hormone-producing glands. And I'm going to teach people on the weekend how to apply reflexology. I'm going to teach you how to do years learning in one weekend. And somehow, miraculously, you won't be overwhelmed, because I like to be very, very practical, and I'm also going to teach you my trade secrets and lots of shortcuts. So when I first learned reflexology 20 years ago, I had to drive to Launceston once a month for several years. And I also taught Peter and the kids and my grandchildren now how to do reflexology, because it's such an amazing modality that can save your life many times over. It saved my life because when I had an accident one time before I had my major accident. I was driving on a quiet country road near Kindred, and a car pulled out in front of me and just went into my lane, and it was head-on collision when I was just cruising along on a Sunday afternoon, and I was in the car with two of my girls, and I suffered whiplash, and the car was destroyed, and we were lucky to be alive at that point, just with like cuts and bruises and whiplash. And Pete gave me reflexology the second night after the accident, and I could hardly move, like after 2 days, and Pete gave me reflexology, and I woke up the next morning. My whole body was flexible. I didn't even have one scarring of pain left, and I never had whiplash. And the same happened when I had that big accident, when I got hit by a truck. The children and Pete gave me reflexology all the time, and I haven't got whiplash. I haven't really got any symptoms really from the accident, even though it should have killed me, as most people know.
Plus, when Grana teaches it over the weekend, you're on the receiving end for half the time.
That's right. So I'll make sure you get to lie down.
You get a good reset.
That's right. You literally get to lie down half the time in a beautiful teaching room, which is absolutely amazing. It's very safe, very quiet, very relaxing, and I turn it into a sacred experience, because I really want to bring out the sacredness of each human being, and also the sacredness of your own inner healing, because we just get bulldozed and bombarded in our society.
But it is a room in our house. It's a fairly large room, but it will only fit a certain amount of massage beds.
Oh yeah, we're nearly full.
So there is limited numbers.
There's 2 places left for 2 lucky people. I'll put a link in below. I really hope you can make it, because I think it's going to help you through the winter, the dreariness, because it also helps you to feel good, to release endorphins, and just really strengthens everything. And it's for beginners as well, so I make it, like I said, really down to earth and practical. But after the weekend, you have the confidence to work with everyone. Our phone is going, but we're just going to ignore it. So that was the reflexology, was point 2. We're doing 5 points. Point 3 is meditation. You want to quickly tell us?
Point 3 or point 2?
I'm feeling stressed. Ooh.
Meditation. It's a good way to reset the nervous system. And if you're not used to it, just start 2 or 3 minutes a day and build up, just gradually build up. There are lots of apps that you can download on your phone with guided meditation. So just build up 5 minutes a day to at least half an hour, and your body will love it. Once you've got to half an hour a day,
27 minutes.
You will do probably more. But 27 minutes is the magical number for meditation. There was a study done in Harvard University where they started meditation, and a whole lot of students, and the ones that did 27 minutes or more were able to get much better marks.
Laughter is good too.
Much better results in their exams. They were a lot less stressed and happier.
And a lot happier.
And the ones who did 25 minutes still wouldn't be, they didn't get the results. 27 minutes was the magical time.
Yeah, that's right.
But it does really reset the autonomic nervous system, so you come out of the stress side and are able to relax. And when we relax, all our aches and pains and illnesses start disappearing, and our digestion works a lot better, and everything works better.
Yeah, you just feel more spacious and lighter. And so 27 minutes is the magical number for meditation per day. But don't be discouraged by that, because if you're a beginner, just start with 1 or 2 minutes a day, and then just take your time. It doesn't matter if it takes months. Just gradually build up to 27 minutes a day, which can be actually divided up into blocks of 3. What's that, Peter? I'll give you something to do.
9 minutes.
So 3 lots of 9 minutes. Yeah. Okay.
You could make it 10 because.
Or just lots of little stops. Every hour you stop for a couple of minutes. Or say you have a little routine where as soon as you sit in the car, if you drive around a lot, you don't turn the car on straight away, you just go inward. So meditation is getting to know the internal space of your body, which is just as important than the external space. In fact, it's more important.
We've been told by quite a few of our coaches that we've had over the years that meditation is a must.
It's not negotiable.
It's not negotiable for success in business, success in life, in relationships, in health, in everything.
And Peter and I, we also like to have our own personal space. So in the morning, for instance, I like to be by myself for the first hour, and Peter does that as well. So we have that chance to really set up our day before the busyness happens, at least an hour. But the more well-off people are, so people really, really well-off, or they're really wealthy, they've made it in life, they literally spend 80% of the day on their own personal needs and personal development. So meditating, reading, helicoptering their businesses in their life, and only 20% on work or on their money side. So, but we do the opposite. We give ourselves 80% to our businesses and we slave away. And so I'm just letting you know that, because that's, something to aim for. So that was point 3. I know, 2. I'm confusing. So I'm all confused now. But anyway, it's all in the notes. I've got the notes here. And then you can read them afterwards. So we also recommend that you book in for a session, just regular sessions with either Peter, me, and Peter. Let's say beautiful aromatherapy massage with essential oils, organic essential oils, or Bowen treatment, or other mind-body treatments. Mind-body treatments are where you engage the mind, or the body-mind, which is your subconscious mind, which contains all the secrets about your life, and it's very, very powerful. So for instance, if you look in horsepower, you want to get better. For instance, if you have a health problem, the conscious mind, which is like your monkey mind, right, is only 5 horsepower, 5 horses, and the other 95 are in your body. That's your subconscious mind. So we engage your subconscious mind, because when the pressure is on and there is conflict happening somewhere, have a guess who is going to win? Of course, the 95 horses are going to win it over the 5 horses, right? So mentally you can say, I want to get better. I know I can do it. I can get rid of my migraines, or my menstrual bleeding, or my whatever, or my cancer. But it won't happen till you get in touch with your body, which has its own mind. That's called the subconscious mind. And Peter and I, we're experts in working with the subconscious mind. We love working with the subconscious.
Works more with pictures and feelings.
And memories, emotions. Yeah. It's the realm of emotions. And it's also the realm of miracles. So sometimes people have healed, they've had spontaneous healings, right? And it does happen. I've had that myself. we've had cancer people who healed quickly and so on. But so that's by accessing the subconscious realm. And if you don't know what it looks like, just book in for a massage or an energy healing session. Okay, and Pete, Bowen as well. Do you want to?
I really swear by Bowen, because when that was the second modality I'd learned after massage, and I had 2 very severe tennis elbows that after renovating the place, and I'd had them for months, and I went to learn Bowen and they are tiny little subtle cross fibre moves over specific anatomical points in the body, and I thought, what have I wasted my money on here?
Yeah, being the skeptic. Oh.
Because it didn't seem to be doing anything.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't have much wrong with me except for these tennis elbows. And when we got to the arm procedure, I volunteered to have the arm procedure done on me, and within a week, my elbows were gone. The
perfect
pain was gone, and I'd had it for months.
And he's never had it back. And Pete actually works really, really hard. He's just actually never stops. Which is probably not what I'm advertising here. Like he struggles to slow down.
I kind of,
I'm trying to get him to stop.
I've been one of those people that has to be doing things. But
you're getting better.
I'm learning. I'm slowing down. I'm asking for help. And
and he's getting more believing in himself.
Yeah.
Because the key is always to believe in yourself, right? And in the
universe. Power of the subconscious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And relying less on the scientific brain.
But I've had really good results with Bowen, with a lot of and it's closely related to the Chinese energy points, the meridians.
And by the way,
gets the energy
a long time ago when
cleared.
Pete was 40, he's 63 now, and I was just learning energy work, right? And Pete actually started to wobble around. He was still nursing and running around on the wards. And it got to a point where he couldn't walk anymore because his hips were so sore, and he had an x-ray done by people at work. One of his colleagues who was a, what do you call it again? Surgeon. And so they looked at Pete's x-rays and they could see that he had a congenital hip deformity, which really skewed his whole skeletal system. And the surgeon said, well, look, you better line up for a hip replacement soon. This was when Pete was 40, right? And we just arrived here in Forth with 6 kids, and I was building up the business. We had a big mortgage, and I just couldn't afford Peter to not work. And I also couldn't afford him to be in pain, and I also didn't want Peter to be in pain in the neck for us either, because he doesn't like being in pain. He's very bad with pain. So just let me finish the story. And I just learned energy healing. And Pete, also being the skeptic, this is so funny. I said to Pete one night, we were desperate. I said, come on, I'm going to give you a treatment with energy. And I reckon I can do something for you. And the kids were all really curious. So they followed us. And so some of the kids were lying under the massage table. And they were all in the room seeing what I was doing. And so I was doing a hip rotation with Peter, focusing on the energy. And tell us what happened, Pete. Or do you want me to tell you?
I got up off the table. I was unable to abduct my hip prior to getting on the table. I hopped up off the table and abducted my hip about 70 to 80 degrees.
Yeah, but what was most amazing was during the session, Peter could feel this hot ball of pain traveling from his sacrum up through his hip and then out through the knees, and I guess into my hand, but it didn't bother me. I just flicked it into the best straight, and it was this massive energy block, lump of toxic energy, or it could be ancestral stuff from previous generations, and it just all came out and it's gone. And again, that's 23 years ago, and Peter hasn't needed a hip replacement. It's never bothered him since then. So that's like, did you believe it then? Actually tell us how Peter turned into a believer. By the way, you don't have to believe
No, you don't
in
have,
energy
you don't
for
have
it
to
to
believe.
work. But it's just more fun when it's less tiring for me.
But I certainly have believed from that day on, and I've also
learned
the techniques and the tricks of energy healing.
Okay, so so that's energy healing. Now, I just want to say something here while I'm on my talking chair. Years ago, when I learned about energy healing, so we all have energy coming out of our hands. It's very healing, right? You don't have to be a healer. Every human being has it. And I had the thought then, well, that's awesome, because just imagine if we ever live in a world where everything is banned, like all the healthy things we're not allowed to eat anymore, and all healthy herbal supplements are banned, like, you know, we get so controlled and more bombarded with toxins. I still always have my hands, like, and if people chop off your hands, we can still emanate energy from our being anyway, because all humans are light beings, right? So energy healing is way more sophisticated than chemical healing. So when you take a pill or a drug, it's chemistry, right? Your chemistry is forced to change by a drug or another chemical, whereas energy healing has its own consciousness, like infinite consciousness and wisdom that goes into your body, and it knows exactly what to do, and it fills in the missing frequencies, and it clears out the distressed frequencies. That's basically what it is. All right, so we're going over time.
But we also do recommend people have extra magnesium. That's
number 5.
That's the mineral to drop us out of the stress side of our automatic nervous system. Calcium pushes us further into it.
You don't have calcium?
Don't have calcium. Have magnesium. We can have as much magnesium as our bowels tolerate.
So if you've had too much, you get diarrhea.
And if you get diarrhea, if you get loose bowels with only a small amount, you need to get it in through the skin. So Epsom salt baths and magnesium spray solution is the key, because that also relaxes muscles, but it will drop us out of the stress side. Calm Nature is another supplement we've got to really reduce stress, and stress away essential oils. I saw Grado brought in too, which is
essential oils are really
beautiful
powerful.
essential oil to diffuse or rub on. Yep.
So you recommend magnesium citrate. We recommend the Sandra Cabo, which is the best one from our experience, right? We've been stocking that for many years with really good results.
It's got 2 of the smallest possible particles.
Yeah, I don't think it has citrate
of magnesium, so it gets into the cells a lot better than a lot of other magnesiums.
Yeah, so that's a good one. And you'll know you've had enough magnesium, because you know what, it just feels as if you're wrapped up in cotton wool on the inside, and you just don't get triggered. It feels really safe, and you feel supported, and the outlook on life is more positive, and it just feels good. You can have a good sleep, and you can switch off, and like everyone really needs to supplement with magnesium, because sugar depletes your body of magnesium, and so do all the toxins.
Plus, we hardly get any in our diet, because there's hardly any in the soil, and if we eat food that's grown with super, we don't get any, because super phosphate binds up the magnesium.
And so do heavy metals, right? Yeah. So it's just a really foundational one to support you with, and especially women in particular, because when you've had babies, all your magnesium is going into the babies and into the placenta. And sometimes women really don't build up their magnesium store forever. It doesn't ever get back to normal. It's the thing that will
prevent postnatal depression.
Yeah,
is magnesium. Every pregnant woman should be on it, and breastfeeding.
You're disappearing in the corner.
Yep.
Okay, so by working the feet, you can also improve the absorption of nutrients and minerals, and harmonize your relationships. It's good for things like breast cancer. There are all sorts of points on the feet, your nervous system, your back, your spine. Ooh, so my feet. These are very happy feet, by the way, right? You can tell that, can't you? So its time is up. We've spent overtime. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And if you have any questions, burning questions that you want answered, just send us a message. Come and see us. We're open on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9 to 5. And you can also check out the online shop and check out our programs and supplements. And we're looking forward to seeing you again next week. Hope you have a good holiday with all the kids at home, not getting too stressed out.
Have some more magnesium.
Have a hot bath.
Have some salt bath.
That's really good as well. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thanks Tammy and everyone.
And see you next week.
Bye bye.